Have you ever wanted to step back in time and experience the thrill of battle during the Middle Ages? No drones, no guns, just raw courage and skill as men clashed in combat? Well, today we're going back in time to bring you an epic journey through one of the deadliest eras in human history. You won't want to miss this. The Knight and his Sword. Before we dive into the heart of medieval warfare, let's meet the most iconic warrior of this era, the Knight. But don't be fooled. Becoming a knight was more than just a profession. It was a way of life. These warriors weren't just trained soldiers. They were expected to embody honor, courtesy, and bravery both on and off the battlefield. Now, picture yourself as a knight in the 14th century. Your weapon of choice, a long sword. This wasn't your average backyard fencing match. Fights could last for hours. Swords clashed, bodies swayed, and victory meant more than just a trophy. It was a matter of life and death. Knights dueled before battles to intimidate their opponents and establish dominance. But their swords weren't just tools of war. They were extensions of their will, a testament to their unwavering spirit. But wait, there's more. In the world of medieval warfare, the knight's armor was his second skin. Crafted from interlocking metal plates, it was designed to absorb the impact of blows and deflect incoming attacks. But it wasn't just about defense. Knights also wielded shields emblazoned with their family crests, symbols of their lineage and loyalty. When these warriors charged into battle, they weren't just fighting for themselves. They were fighting for their king, their country, and their honor. Armor evolution. As technology advanced during the Middle Ages, so did the weapons of war. Arrows flew faster, swords became sharper, and defending against these attacks required ever more sophisticated armor. Chainmail. Once the standard protection wasn't enough. Enter plate armor. This new style of armor was made from metal plates that covered the entire body, providing exceptional protection against swords, arrows, and even early firearms. Walking tanks, that's what they were called. However, being fully armored was a two-edged sword. While it offered incredible protection, it also made knights incredibly heavy and slow. Mobility became a challenge, and staying on the battlefield without succumbing to exhaustion required immense physical strength. But the evolution of armor didn't stop there. As the centuries passed, new materials and techniques improved the durability and flexibility of armor, making these medieval warriors even more formidable. It was a constant game of cat and mouse between offense and defense. The siege. Now let's shift our focus from individual battles to a different kind of warfare, sieges. Castles, with their towering walls and deep moats, were formidable defensive structures. But as technology improved, new ways of attacking them had to be developed. That's where siege warfare came in. Siege towers, battering rams, catapults, and trebuchets became common sights. Catapults hurled stones and other objects over castle walls, causing destruction and sowing terror among the inhabitants. Trebuchets, on the other hand, were more precise, allowing for the delivery of large projectiles over longer distances. They were used not only to break down walls, but also to create openings for siege towers or battering rams to enter the castle. Some sieges lasted for weeks or even months, turning into a test of endurance. As food supplies dwindled within the castle, the attackers would relentlessly bombard it, weakening the defenders and forcing them to eventually surrender. Weapons of destruction. The Middle Ages was an era when warfare took on a new level of intensity. Swords and shields were still important, but new weapons emerged, each designed for a specific purpose. The longbow, a simple yet effective weapon, could shoot arrows that flew true and fast, piercing armor and causing devastating damage from up to 200 yards away. Then we have the mace and the warhammer, blunt force weapons that could shatter bones and crush armor. But perhaps the most terrifying of all was the flail, a weapon consisting of a chain or rope connected to a weighted ball. With this weapon, medieval warriors could attack from a distance, swinging it in arcs that could crush bones with sickening ease. Tactics and psychology. Warfare in the Middle Ages wasn't just about brute force, it was also a game of tactics and psychology. Military leaders studied the terrain, planned their moves carefully, and even used deception to outwit their enemies. Feigned retreats, surprise night raids, and cutting off food supplies were common tactics. The element of surprise was crucial, and many battles were won by those who could strike first and strike hard. Moreover, the psychology of warfare was well understood. A single broken charge could demoralize an entire army. Commanders knew that breaking the enemy's spirit was as important as defeating their troops. Thus, medieval warfare became a complex dance of strategy, skill, and mental fortitude. In the end, medieval warfare was a brutal and unforgiving spectacle. From the valiant knights to the sieges and evolving weaponry, each aspect played a crucial role in shaping the outcome of battles. It was a time when men lived and died by the sword, when the clash of steel echoed across the land. So if you ever find yourself yearning for the excitement of historical battles, remember the Middle Ages, when courage and strategy reigned supreme.